Hello folks, welcome back to Recycled Model Railways. I'm Paul. So, you've seen the picture at the beginning. It's not just about books, so don't get bored and turn off already. The books have led me into other things, so let's do the intro bit and then we'll get started. So, why have I got all of these books that I bought? Well, it all started because I was looking for a photograph in real life of these. The Hornby tank trainers that go on the Freightliner wagons. I could only ever find one picture, and the wagon was off in the distance and I couldn't see what was written on it, and it was black and white, and I had only figured out that it was probably white. Anyway, I have looked and looked and looked on the internet, and could I all find one? This book, Freightliners, Hallelujah, has got two pictures of what I wanted to see. So, I can hold the page back. There's one, and there's the other. So, I finally got some pictures. Yes, they're in black and white, but at least I can see them properly, and it helped. This book helped me to make a decision that I've been trying to make for weeks about what should I or shouldn't I do with these containers. So you've seen these. I took all the old transfers off, sanded them down a little, primed them, and as you can see, I've got this one and two others that were on the top of my desk, and now in white. They're going to be white. I don't know about the soul bar or the top deck or the walkway. I haven't got that far yet, but this helped me make that decision. White. That's the colour they're going to be. So there's update number one. The books was again trying to search for pictures. Found a company whose name I will look up in my emails, who seems to be an umbrella for a lot of little bookstores. So you think you're buying it all from them, but when you come to pay, you get 6 or 7 payments going off. But it was the price. Red Model Railway show a few weeks ago, there was a guy there selling books, and I picked one up which I was quite interested in, and he wanted 30 quid, and I thought, I'm not giving you 30 quid for a book, mate. Thought, you're taking the mick. So I walked away. This outfit, one book was £1.50. I think the dearest was £6 per book. You went to a model railway show to buy all of this, so I've got 15 books in total. One's sitting behind the camera. 15 books in total. You'd probably spend easily 250 quid, maybe more, I don't know, especially for the hardback books that I've got, because they're not cheap. So here comes a question. You've had an update, now here's a question. Reading some of these has made me ask the question, why do we set a time period for our model railways? Here's my answer, but I want to hear yours. I set mine from when I was a child, because I remember I lived fairly close to a main line and a line that serviced ICI. So I saw a lot of trains. Had a train set when I was a kid, and it's a memory of when I was a child, because I'm getting on now. Ha ha. So it's a memory of that. Now, you've heard me say mine is loosely set 1969 and 70. But in this history, there are some things I have now learnt about my own area in the steam era and the roundhouse used to have at Thornaby, where I'm thinking, wow, should I not be including that? Oh, I can't, because my era is after that. Well, do we have to be that stickler? So I'm interested to know people's thoughts. Did you pick an era to work from? If you did, where did you pick that era to work from? What was your ethos behind it? Reading these books has changed my mind a little bit. I am going to cap off at about 75, 76. I'm not going any further forward than that. It doesn't mean I like the new locos, because I do. I'm just trying to remember a bygone age, shall we say. So I think my start date is going to go back over. I want to introduce some of the vehicles that I've found in some of these books, and put them into what will be eventually my layout. So there was question number 1. Why did you choose your era? Question number 2. Should we choose one? Or should we just run what we want to run? Well, my thoughts on that, again, reflects back to what I've just said. I'm thinking of a time when I was a kid. That was my reason. Do I want to do modern image? No. Do I want to do modern image because although the trains now are fancier and sleeker, they don't have as much charisma for me. A couple of weeks ago I was at the NYMR. It's about 45 minutes from me, and seeing Steam in action is just amazing as far as I'm concerned. And then I was watching an RNF pulling out, a Class 25 rolled in, which, you know, it's not a steam engine, but it's an old loco, and it's nice to see it still on the tracks. And it's got charisma. I look at the modern stuff now and think, yeah, is that going to have charisma in 30 years' time when it's come to the end of its life? So, let me know your thoughts on that as well, if you would, please. Right, next thing. You'll see here that somebody stupidly bought 2 of the same books, probably because I got carried away. So, I have a gentleman watches my channel who very graciously many years ago sent me a Class 37 and a Class 29 body shell and some various bits and pieces that he knew I would use, completely free of charge. Fred, you never even told me what the postage was. Anyway, Fred, this book here, because I don't need 2, is yours if you want it. So write in the comments, mate, you want this, let me know. I am quite happy to publish a phone number on there, which is to do with my work, our employment. It's a public number anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you can contact me and give me your details to send it to you. But that's yours, mate, if you would like it. If you don't, fair enough. But I came across your body shells the other day when we were getting stuff out of the attic, and I'd forgotten that I had them until they came out the thing. So when I saw this, I thought, right, I'm going to offer Fred that as a way of saying thank you for what you did. Right, let's stop rabbiting on about the books. We'll come back to you in a minute with an update. So let's talk about a few updates so you know where I'm at. So there will be standalone videos on some of this stuff, but these are just quick updates. You remember in the last video we did, we talked about things you could do with your models when you don't like them. If you remember, this is the ratio kit that was brown and cream. So, without giving too much away for the end of the video, you can see there's a big whacking hole on either side. I've took away the individual single windows because it dated the coach too much. That's on its way to being something. It is going to be that kind of, if I got it right, permanent way vehicle. But little quick update to show you what I've been doing. I've just discussed these, so I've now got about 25 of these things to spray white. Again, not giving too much away because there'll be a standalone, but it took weeks to decide where I was going with these, and that one book helped massively. So buy a book, folks. Right, these things, God am I sick of these. Every time I bought another job lot, I'd find some more boxes, and to be honest with you, the last job lot I bought, video to follow, there was even more, and I thought, you know what, I need to just call a stop and say, right, that's it, we're not doing any more, the rest of them can be bauxite vans. So, where am I at? Right, I've got this one, I painted up, This one is painted up under the masking tape. I couldn't free it of the chassis, so I've painted the body up in the black, in the blue, spray painted all the bottom black, satin black. I have in 8 of these in total, which I've now got to mess about putting the bearings in to fit new wheels, which I have got. You've seen me do that before, so I'm not going to bore you and do it again. So soon, and I've also printed off me homemade transfers for the Insulfish, so I'm hoping to get to that soon. This thing is going to go into isopropyl, I forgot to say that, just to get what paint is left on it off. Then it's going to get a few tidy up bits, some repairs to the damaged stuff here, these off with any end pockets, and then it'll get painted. If you have any suggestions on the colour for this, please let me know. I'd be interested to see what you have to say. Not decided on the colour yet, not really sure what colour to make it, but let me know. Right, teak coaches. Now, I've got 7 of these. One of them come down out of the loft yesterday, so I've got 7. Again, it'll be a standalone, which I am making in the background, but yes, I've stained them so they look different and darker and and everybody else has already done it, I know. My video isn't about that. I've chosen a different way to do it to get the difference, and my daughter has helped me put a colour together for the chassis bar along the side, and in the middle there are doors which she's also helped me with to find a colour to match the teak. And some of these things are black on the ends into the teak, which we've had to do. Anyway, where am I at with them at the moment? I didn't like the white roofs. I do not like the white roofs, and I know there is a multitude of colours for the roofs on these things. I went for the easiest I could find. Grey primer. Grey primer? Not really, Paul. Well, there is, yes, because if I pick up the right one, went to Peter's yesterday. Humbrol Weather and Powders. Picked up 7. Wanted 8. He didn't have one of them, but it's not that important. All I'm going to do with these is literally lash on Weather and Powders on the roofs, and then I'm going to spray them matte varnish to hold it in. Then we'll be back off with this stuff. Some of these are already varnished, some aren't varnished, stained. They are already stained. The rest will do. There are some of them, as you can see here, this has got crappy plastic wheels on, so they'll get changed, and then we're going to mucky up the wheels and a little bit of the chassis rail, and then we'll put them together. So I will have a nice rake of those, and so far I'm very happy with how it's going. What else have I been doing? Oh, recent purchase. After I went to the North Yorkshire Mowers, they had a 9F in there. Seen the 9F Evening Star in the National Railway Museum, and NYMR has one in black. Magnificent loco, bloody great big hulking machines. Always liked the 9Fs, but I didn't like the prices they were going for. So found this one on a buy it now on Fleabay, and it was a good price for what it is. It was 30 quid, which is expensive to me, but not in the worlds of 9Fs. So I bought it, and I really like it, and as you can see, it's got all the copper detail and pipes that are down here and up on the top. Excellent. But reading the history books again, we had a couple of 9Fs up here, and they were all black. The Evening Star, which this one actually is, missing one of its plates, but it is the Evening Star, and the numbers there. The Evening Star apparently never ever got up into the northeast of England. So Here's another question for you folks. If you were me, would you repaint this thing and put it in black and pick a number of a one that worked in my region, or would you leave it alone as the Flying Scotsman? Let me know. I am going to be attacking this either way because it's got this horrible, let me bring it up with the camera, this horrible moulded line here that's supposed to be the handrail. That's coming off, and it is going to affect all the detail everywhere, but it has to come off, same as the one on the smoke door. That has to come off because it looks crap. So I am going to be attacking it anyway, so I'm going to have to paint it in one way or another. Give us your comments. What would you do? Would you leave it alone and run it as Evening Star, or would you paint it black and chuck it under a number in the area that you live in? Let me know. Let me know. Other than that, a lot of the things that I'm doing is just at the moment moving stuff around, because I'm slowly bringing bits out of the loft, going through it to see what I had. It's surprising when you put things in a loft for about 6 years, you forget what you've got. Brought some more down last night, another 13 coaches I forgot I had, and the Hornby crane set, which is right next to me, in yellow, which I don't know whether it'll stay yellow. It's a bit of a gaudy colour, it's a bit more of a modern colour, but there's not a mark on it. The box is battered to hell, but the actual model, pristine inside. So it's nice when you get stuff down from the loft and you open boxes and think, wow, I forgot I had that, wow, I forgot I had this, wow, I forgot. Anyway, you get the point. So I think that's it for now. I don't want to go on too long, even though I probably have, knowing me. I just want to give you a quick update. I am desperately trying to get to a point where something's finished, but I decided that I'll get it into my head that if I worked on several projects at once, then I've got several videos lined up for you. So that was why I kind of did the update today, to say, well, you know, this is where I'm at. This video today about the books wasn't planned until I got the books, till I started reading, and I thought, well, I found them quite interesting and helpful. And because the pictures are in books, it's highly unlikely you're going to see them on the internet. You know, these guys went out and took photographs to make a book to make money. They're not going to publish it for free on the internet. So there you go. Anyway, I'm sitting looking at this coach and thinking, oh, that was it. Sorry, I don't edit my videos, you get it as it is. On these, I don't know if you can see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 markers here. This was where headboards went. Now, I haven't done a lot of research, but I believe that that was a kind of 1930s, 1940s, maybe creeping into the 50s kind of thing, where they put the destination boards on the side of the teaks. And I have seen pictures, and I am aware of the routes that the teaks ran. So I kind of looked at a route that would pass my area. So there's a Edinburgh to, God, let me think, Edinburgh to Newcastle. No, yeah, Edinburgh to Newcastle. So it was Edinburgh, York, Darlington, Newcastle. Darlington's the closest station to me, but it's on my side of the country where I live. So I've never seen anybody do this yet, so I'm not doing it because of that. And again, this is a nod back to history. If you were me, would you put headboards on this with an area that these would have travelled that might be in your area? I mean, they had one that was London to Edinburgh, but I could have put that on, but that was too easy, because again it would come up the East Coast line. I wanted at least a mention of towns around me, i.e. Darlington, York, Newcastle. So would you put the headboards on? Would you go that far? Or would you look at that and think, well, you know, that's a long time ago? Just give me your thoughts. I'm a little torn on it. I have made up some. I've used an Open Office, which can give you really small letters, much smaller than Microsoft Word. I have done a trial run at some destination boards that will fit on and will look nice and will look the part. But give me your opinion. What would you do? Would you chuck them on, or would you leave them off? They're easy enough to do. Bit of plastic strip glued on. I can make up my own transfers for them because they're going on a white background, and they were just white and black, nothing else. The only thing I did notice was that apparently it was written in Gill Sans typeface, which is not a problem because that's on there. Anyway, I'm rattling now. Let me know what you think of that idea, yes or no. If you've got anything else to say, by all means say it. Thank you for watching, folks. Thank you for those who keep on subscribing. Thank you to all my original subscribers. And we shall see you on the next one. Take care.